Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and in today's video it's going to be plant chores, but it's going to be like probably over a couple of days just because I don't have a lot of time to do it today, but there is a lot I need to do. So I thought I'd start now because my varicosum above me, it keeps falling over because it needs staking, but I don't want, it's too tall to stake. And the growth is a bit laggy. So I was thinking about just propagating it, cutting it and propagating it, and then staking it up once I get to that point with the new growth. But I'll turn you around to show you what I mean. But I also want to show you some updates because there's been some really nice updates. And I'm filming this, is it the week of or the week after? I don't know. It's either the week of the heatwave, was that Monday? I don't know. God, I feel completely lost time. We've literally recently had a heat wave of 40 degrees here in North Yorkshire, in the country to be honest, but especially here. And I've seen a lot of growth in my plants, which is really cool. I think it was like worth going through that. So I will show you planting updates as well as propagating this, and then in the next clip, it could be another day. You never know, we'll see. So this is what I mean. So it kind of like grows all the way up there, but this one isn't staying up, but like this is damaged because this leaf grew through it. It's already growing. That's why I don't want to cut it though, because it's already onto its next one, but there's some serious lag. Can you see? It's proper leggy. So I think I am going to chop and prop that today. But I'll take you into some growth updates whilst we're here. So Albo Syngonium, a fully white leaf, which is standard from this. There's some of it with, there's another, this one's new as well. That's a good balance, which is really cool. And then my Syngonium, which I thought was on its way out, it's got a really big new leaf in there. It struggles, this one, but I think it's just fussy, I don't know. And then up here, I don't know why I'm whispering, up here I've got, this is a new leaf and it's still kind of growing. This is a new leaf here as well. I don't know why it faces the wall, but I think that is such a beautiful plant now. I need to extend the moss pole, but I need to go and buy some moss poles. So I think I need to count how many I need and then buy them. And then I've got a new leaf here, which is pretty. I've got this beautiful new leaf here, which is so pretty. And then I've got this one, which is even more secondary fenestrations than this one, but I'm not going to open it and risk breaking it. And then over here I've got a new leaf here, which is again even more secondary fenestrations. Can you see? Yeah, it's really fun. And I've got this one, but this one grew in damaged because it kind of grew through like that rope. It was weird, it went through that knot of the rope. I've got my husband's sculpture that I broke and I put in there, which is a bit freaky, but oh, I feel so bad about that. But yeah, I love this one. I can't wait for that to flatten out. And then one of the most exciting things of all, I've got a new growth point on my tie. Can you see? It's proper spider webby as well, like actual spiders, not spider mites. But yeah, new growth point. I only repotted this. I was obviously away for 2.5 weeks and I repotted it the week I went away. So it's been maybe coming into my 4th week because it was proper root bound and I didn't realise, I wasn't expecting it. Like I got this one leaf for £35 off an Instagram friend. And then I've obviously grown 2 with the one on the way, but the root, it came through, she sent it absolutely fine, but it got root rot from being posted, I think just the stress of it. So the root was like this big, and honestly, if I can find a picture I'll show you. I think I uploaded it to my Instagram. It was like mega root bound, which was insane. So I wasn't expecting to have to pot it up so soon. Well, it's been a year, but that was some serious root growth, so yeah, that's very good. I'm very happy about that. And then I'll spin you back around and show you some other stuff. And yeah, also I'm filming this after I'm not going to say, actually, because I don't know which order this is going up. I'm pretty sure this is after my crazy spend, I think. But basically, I'm not sure if I want to... My variegated Monstera that I got from Plant Lovers 2 years ago is like browning on the white parts. I've had it for so long and it's been okay. Now it's just all of a sudden really crap. And I do think it was the heat. I don't know why just that particular one, but I do honestly think it's just like the heat in there, because we've got a thermometer or a thermostat in there, and then a thermometer in there, and it said during the heat wave it was like 38 degrees in our bedroom, and it was cooler in here for some reason, which is just next door, but there's an external wall between it. I don't know why. That's built differently. It's a brick extension, this stone, so maybe that's why, but it was really hot, and I do think that's why they've suffered. So my point is, I don't know whether I want to cut it up, not all the way up, but you know, bring it back to the height of the moss pole, because it's a bit like all over the place and the roots are looking for something because they're like mega long and they're causing a lot of damage to my newly painted white walls, which is just temporarily painted, but I don't know. So I was thinking about maybe chopping and propping and having like a million variegated Monstera. I don't know. I'll show you what I've done with it though, like with some of it anyway. So this one, can you see here? That is the top cutting of my non-variegated Monstera one, because I've got two and that's hardly growing. The latest leaf is all green, so I cut that, and that's rooting really well, like super well. I would show you, but it's just going to be a big effort. It's been in there for maybe about 5 days, but yeah, anyway, back onto new growth. This plant has got, I'll take you here so you don't see the pig's poo. This part has got I counted yesterday, it's like 10 new growth points on that, which is so cool. I love that. Don't mind our floor as well. As I keep saying, if you're new to my channel, I'm renovating my house. Yeah, I love that plant so much. And then here we have the biggest leaf of all time, and then these are all new growth points. Like that's a new leaf, that's a new leaf, there's one there, up here, there's more growing. Yeah, I'm really pleased about this plant. It does need a duster and it does have mealybugs, so that's why it sits there. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to cut my I'm going to cut my Philodendron varicosum, and I'll show you how I've cut them, because I'm not sure if I should just do long cuts or individually cut the leaves and then have more. I think I might do that because it seems to be growing fast, so then I'd have more to play with. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go grab my scissors. Okay, so I don't know if you saw that, but I've got 3 strands. I've got this one, which is like 1 leaf here, damaged, and then 1 leaf here, and then that's just like very leggy. And then I have this one, so I've got 1 leaf there, leggy, 1 cute leaf there, cute, broken. Yeah, it is broken. We'll just take that off. Sad. And then I've got this one, which has got a new growth point there, broken leaf, and 1 leaf there. When I was on holiday, I don't know if you saw my holiday update, I basically came back and like this leaf has a hole in it because this leaf like pierced through it and then grew, which was so bizarre. I don't know how it's got that strength. But yeah, I can see that I've got lots of fly poop, which is another reason I want to cut it, because for some reason the flies love being on top of that picture frame. Just checking, because I don't know if you missed it. I don't know if I've told YouTube yet. I found spider mites on my Philodendron mammae, which was in the bathtub with all my other plants. So I'm just really cautious with everything now. But yeah, so that's obviously a node there. I'm going to cut. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this leaf off and I'm going to cut here. Give it enough. I'm going to cut here so there's enough in case it root rots or something. And that's the perfect thing for it. Perfect. I'm glad I found these because I thought I didn't have any glass jars because we recycled so many. I've got none in the house. Yeah, so that's a bit too. That's the node and don't need all of that. So I'll put that in the shorter one, but that's another one. Did it get in the water? Yeah, it's in the water. Cute. It's actually really sweet. And then that's the one where it just broke off. So I'm going to cut down here. And then I'm going to individually cut these. So there's one. Then I'm going to cut down further, just here. And then I'm going to give it some room. And then these are going to be, I'm just cutting the nodes now. I'm going to cut down to the back of the leaf because I don't need that stem. And then I'm going to cut there. And then I've got another node. Don't need all of that stem. That's tough. Here I'm going to cut to here. Then I'm going to cut down. It's going everywhere. Node. Cutting behind the leaf, giving it some room to, in case it gets root rot. Don't need that. Don't need that. Cool. So I am, oh God, I'm meant to let them callus over. I'm forgetting everything. I'm gonna let all these callus over. So I've got all of these super cute, cute. It's like a full plant in itself, isn't it? And I love these. If you haven't seen them up close, they're like super velvety and very sweet. Is that my face? I love this plant so much. I love anything velvet leaves. But yeah, if you can see from here, the leaves of the original one are like huge, and then that's where the grower grew, and then I grew these. So I'm clearly very good at this, but I'm gonna let them callus over and then I'm gonna pop them in water. I won't show you that because it was really boring. But yeah, I'm gonna deal with all the bits, and I do have moss somewhere. And I was thinking about putting them in moss, but I actually personally have never really been successful with moss. So I'm going to put all my nodes, like literally just nodes, no leaves, in water. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's as many as I got, and I've technically got that one, but I'm just going to bin it because it's not, am I? I may as well just try it. But yeah, I will do that. Also, if I don't see you until another day, because that's all I wanted to do, I will see you next time. But I think over the weekend, there are some things I want to do. I want to order some beneficial mites for mealies, and although I've been told not to really bother, just to keep on top of it, so I might not do that, but I want to order some beneficial mites for spider mites, just in case there are some in the room. And I also want to count up how many moss poles I need, because I might take a trip to Dean's Garden Centre. Another local garden centre have invited me in to just go check them out, so I might buy them there, kill two birds with one stone. But there are other things that I want to do. I need to repot my mouldy Philodendron Brantianum. So the next clip should be me doing that, and I really hope this is me being held accountable. But I will see you another day. It's the next morning and I'm holding myself accountable. I'm feeling pretty proud. I don't know how much time I've got, so I didn't wait for my hair to dry. So this is how we're rolling today. But I'm going to order the beneficial mites from Dragonfly. And I also need to pot that Brantianum up into a different pot and completely get rid of the soil it's in, because that is in fact mould. I'm 93% sure. I asked on my last one of my last YouTube videos, and it hasn't gone up yet, so I haven't had people's suggestions, but I've had it before and I'm pretty sure it was mould. So I'm going to do that this morning, and I don't think there's anything else. I remember saying there's another plant I really need to pot up, but it slipped my mind. So I'm going to leave it for now, but definitely have to do that Brantianum because I'm noticing like the new growth on it is literally just falling off. It's just like, really not happy. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so the only pot I can find is this massive terracotta one, which I'm really not keen on. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but it's the only one I've got in this size. And this is the pot it's in. So I feel like that's a good pot up. It doesn't obviously have to be filled to the top if this is shallow, but I feel like I may as well take the opportunity to upsize a pot because it's quite a large plant. But just to remind you, this is all of the mould I'm talking about, but it's super bad at the bottom. I've treated it loads as well, just because it's a new plant, or it was a new plant, and I always treat them. It's looking really dry, which is what I wanted. Yeah, I wanted it to obviously not be wet when I was repotting it, but yeah, you can see the kind of like plugs here. They're all like individually plugged, which is again totally cool. Loads of like cuttings have been taken, and I said this when I bought this, that garden centre have a real problem with people just taking cuttings. So it could have been from a bad person, well, not a bad person, but you know what I mean, a thief, or it could be from the way the garden centre or the grower does it. But yeah, so this is like a dead leaf here. You see it's like absolutely limp. And yeah, they're just coming through like basically like just not happy anymore. So it needs a complete revamp. So I'm going to grab everything I need and I'm going to do this now, because this is priority. I'm trying to figure out where I should do it because I've got like a dressing table, like a chest of drawers here. But I think I might move my laptop on my desk and do it there actually, because the light is a bit better because I've got all the doors closed. But yeah, I think it would look good. Yeah, it would look really cute. I'm gonna do it. Right, so I'm all set up now. This is my philodendron mix that I always talk about. I use this from Grow Tropicals. If you can see, it's kind of like, it's got lots of like pumice in it. Well, it might be perlite. Just lots of bark and stuff. Let me hit, like, here we go. Cocoa husk, pumice, bark. Yeah, so it's a philodendron mix. It's nice, light and airy, which obviously I'm repotting a philodendron Brantianum. I don't have enough of it, like there's clearly not enough in there. These bags are really good and they've lasted me a long time, but I just have a feeling it's not enough. But I've got their jungle mix, which is their good all-purpose, all-round stuff, which has cocoa base, helps to retain moisture, bark, pumice, fast draining, worm castings to provide organic nutrients. So basically worm poop. I think that together is going to be enough, because normally a repot I would reuse the soil or repurpose it, but if there's like a fungus kind of mold problem, we need to eliminate that. I'm looking over here because my plant's here. I'm going to get it and then we're going to start. Right, so first things first is, I don't need these just yet. Kind of missed my flat, like we had a big kitchen island, as you'll probably know, and I worked at the kitchen island. Well, before lockdown, I didn't. It was just like a completely big space, which was so handy. Obviously, we ate there and we could host there. But then we had our desktops there and then it got smaller and smaller. But this is even smaller, like this space is smaller. But the plan is to have a really big kitchen island in our future kitchen downstairs. And I will not be working from it, so we'll save all the space. But yeah, long story short, I've got limited space here. This is so disgusting. Like I really, really want to use gloves, but I don't have any. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut out all of the dead bits first. Just because, may as well. And then what I think I might do is I might slide the pot off, put it in the bag, and then just let it crumble. I'm gonna do that. So we'll go, oh, so that's come through and it's not dead, which is good. I also, do I have a, do I want this to hang or do I want it to go up? Oh, I don't know if I've got time, and I've got it in my head I want to do this now. So can you see here, if I move you around, birthday flowers, I normally have a plant here. I normally have my elbow, which is dying. I normally have it there, but I can put that there and have it trailing up. Like I used to have my philodendron and fat trailing up. I think I'm gonna do that because this is just a big blank wall and it's really not that pretty to look at. So, okay, cool, I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I hope I've got time. Okay, I'm not gonna inspect this like crazy because you know, you watch me do it all the time. It takes forever and I just can do that obviously. Right, so I'm on a mad rush now. That's dead, but it's not the top. Ooh. Should I treat this as well? I feel like I should. I've got some Provento, which reminds me, I need to order Provento. Yeah, like it's like definitely like, oh, no. My time is up. I'm not even kidding you. My time is up. I don't think I'm gonna get to do this today. I'm so sad. I was so ready. Maybe I can do it. Maybe. I'm gonna. Okay, update. I do have some time. Like it's all is in hand. So I'm going to be super quick. I'm not going to trail this up. We might see that in the same video, in this video, but on a different day. But we're just repotting, which is totally fine because I'm talking so much. I think it will be okay. It's a shame all the ends are it's not got too much worse from when I first noticed this when I got back from holiday, so it's not like I've neglected it too much. Okay, I think it's good. You can't really see much difference. It's so pretty. Let's get started. So, move my, oops. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, and I'd normally go on the floor, but I don't know, I don't think you'd like to see my floor. The flat was a bit different. Because the floor was a floor, we just basically have a carpet on top of a, I don't know what that's called, plywood? Oh God. Whoa, this is so disgusting. Oh, can you see that? That's so disgusting. Okay, so yeah. I could do with another pair of hands, someone to hold the plant. I feel like it doesn't have enough aeration inside it, you know, like it hasn't had enough air to the roots, so it's become very mouldy. Right, I just need to check something. Okay, I'm back again, right. I just had to check on something. Just gonna loosen it up from the outside, which to me seems like the most logical way to get all of this off. Oh no, it's just gonna take me forever. Normally if you watch me do a repot, I literally just tip in some soil to the bottom, take the plant out, put it back in and then just cover it. Oh, it smelled damp. And it was dry, wasn't it? So it's an indication. Yeah, this is like loads of plants together, which is normal. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I don't know why I thought that was one plant. Oh, I have to use my lemon hands. I don't want to use my hands. I just realised I shouldn't really order those beneficial mites from Dragonfly just yet, because I did that last time. I treated. Did I tell you why? Yeah, my varicose has got spider mites again, or never got rid of them. I'm pretty sure I got rid of them though. But last time I used Provonto and then brought in the beneficial mites, not realising that obviously Provonto is going to kill the beneficial mites. It's obviously a no-brainer. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, I treated it yesterday, so I need to really order them in maybe about 10 days, 2 weeks, because obviously I'll have the same situation. It's really strange. It's like they've caused this to happen, because there's loads of stuff in here that I wouldn't normally expect to see in soil, but I'm not able to show you. It's strange. Hopefully this is a hardy plant and it bounces back. Actually, I've got some cuttings I can put up with it as well. Actually, right, so that's going in the bin, unless I can, yeah, I think I might like clean it out. This is the pot. At the bottom, I'm going to put the philodendron mix. It's barkier, so, you know. Sorry if you can hear things in the background. Just my husband being cute. Okay, so these are ones that I grew from. Why is that so insanely dusty? Okay, I thought it was webs, but it's not. Okay, so I propagated these. There's obviously a mix in here. I've got the cutest marble queen there, which we're not using. Can put that back in. I love water propagating, especially it's always the ones that you don't really have like I'm not a personal connection with, but you know what I mean. You're not like root. See, that one didn't even root, so bin. That's great. That's great. Great. Cool. Yeah, it's always the plants that you don't have a like a not a connection. What's the word? You don't. They're not rare. You know, if they die, you're like, oh, like it's really sad, but you're not like rooting for them to survive. That do the best, basically. I suppose that could be why that they're more common, because they're easier to propagate, which makes total sense. I'm just chatting absolute garbage. Right, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to move that there, bring you round, because I actually have you on a tripod for once. Put the stuff on the floor. Okay, that's better. You see the little plugs? Probably not. I think you can see. I'm just going to take them out. And then, you see? I mean, yeah, okay, I'm happy with this decision. I need to make sure everything is off there, otherwise it will just spread. Hello, roots. I thought it'd be harder than it is, but now I've made the decision to do this. I'm totally okay with this. Okay. Oh, cute. Right, so that's one. I'll just let that hang there. Stay. Damn it. It's got a weird film on it. I think I just snapped it at the base. Fudge. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. It's absolutely crappy outside. It's like raining and it's just not a nice day. Just not what you want for the weekend. But for some reason in the house it's like really humid. Which is good for my plants, but not for that actual house.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
So that's me done. I'm gonna water it in the bath so the soil will just find its place, you know, if it's just like there's a bit of gaps in there. But I think it looks okay, I think it looks nice, and I'm definitely happy that it's now in fresh soil. I have just made an absolute mess, which I need to just get a dustpan and clean up, but I think the plastic bag method is definitely the easiest way to do a big repot like this if you don't want to make too much mess. So yeah, that's the finished product. It looks very pretty, and it was a bit disjointed at the moment, but like I say, when it has a water and it has time to refine itself, like they won't be so sticky outy, they'll droop down again. But I do think I will train it up the wall, I think, behind my computer, but not today. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, like I usually do repots now in plant chores because there's so many to do. I like to just do them here and there, but I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.